Dude, I'm back. Another video. This one's talking about Jimmy G, and I guess they're talking about the Cowboys too. Which honestly, I guess we can watch this, cause I know Stephen A was talking about it, but this is Max. You know, Max, that's my guy. So we're gonna go and see what he got to say. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Max Kellermn. Welcome to This Just In, a fast hour around the world of sports and how I see it. That is the great Kimberly A. Martin, and we start with quarterback intrigue in San Francisco. Jimmy G staying put after agreeing to a restructured deal to back up Trey Lance. Garoppolo helped take the Niners to the NFC Championship game.
Oh,
this
okay, they
past
do debate
season.
it. Okay, I wanted to see.
Kyle Shanahan
I was like, do they debate it or he just tell news?
How his young QB feels with Jimmy G still there.
Trey was great. I mean, there was no problems with it at all. I mean, I told him the exact same things that I told Jimmy. Why we were the options of bringing Jimmy here, that it had to be in a backup type deal, which Jimmy knew that was his option, and that was the only option. I mean, Trey and Jimmy have a great relationship. I think Trey actually likes having Jimmy in the building, and Trey was very grateful to how Jimmy was to him last year. And we feel very strongly from the two people that Jimmy will give that back to Trey this year.
Okay.
And Kimberly and I are joined now by Super Bowl champion Rob Ninkovich. Kimberly, let's start with you. What is the latest on the Jimmy G. Trey Lance relationship?
Well, everything is rosy in San Francisco. It depends on who you talk to, though. You talk to people around the league, there are some raised eyebrows because the narrative has changed from we need to give Trey Lance
so they, instead of getting rid of Jimmy G, they decided to keep him for a backup. If I'm Jimmy G, I ain't going for that. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't going for that. I took this organization to multiple playoff runs. I'm not going for that. I'm dipping, but hey, I guess so.
Launching point.
And if Trey Lance start messing up,
get Jimmy
throw
out
Jimmy
the building.
in.
Now it's, oh, we're all together. This is wonderful. Internally, though, when we talk to San Francisco 49ers people, they have said that this is not a situation where there's going to be any drama.
I don't know.
Lines are clear and delineated, and nothing
I don't know
changes.
how good Trey
Trey's
Lance
the
is
starter,
gonna be.
Jimmy's the backup. Then it should be drama-free. The question becomes,
That's a beautiful ball,
if Trey falters early, will we
That
hear
is a
chants for
beautiful
Jimmy
ball.
G? And will Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch listen to those chants?
So, Nick, will the fact that Jimmy G is the backup for Trey be a problem for the Niners?
I don't think so.
No, not at all. I think it's actually a good thing. And Jimmy G is a great teammate. So, again, just the character, the type of guy that he is,
That boy throwing
he's not
dots,
going to
though.
cause an issue. He's probably wanting more time to rehab from his shoulder injury, and this is going to help him.
Yeah, that
actually.
will.
It's a good situation
That's
for
smart.
Jimmy G. So
That's smart.
now,
That's smart.
Imagine if you're on the 49ers and something happens to Trey Lance, something happens along the way. Well, at least they have more confidence in their backup, knowing, hey, it's Jimmy G. We're fine. We can continue to go where we want to go. We've been there before. So if Jimmy G wasn't there, I can guarantee you that if anything happened to Trey Lance, there'd be a big pop of the balloon deflating feeling because
That was
you would know
Devo.
that
Hey,
your
I picked up
season's
Devo
over.
on
So
my
now at this
fantasy.
point,
He got to
you
go
have
off this
two
year.
very good quarterbacks. Jimmy G is still recovering from a shoulder injury. Probably that's what affected his.
I'm gonna
his
show you. I
trade
gotta show you
value.
on my
So now he
fantasy,
gets
man.
to
I
stay
gotta show
there,
you. I'm gonna show
work
you.
on his
got
recovery
y'all.
still, and then if anything happens in Trey Lance, you have Jimmy G right there, ready to take over.
Nick, I hear you. I agree 100%. But to me, that should have been the case from the beginning.
Yeah.
Why would you? If Trey Lance has all this upside, but it's going to take a while, he's more of a project, right? But oh my God, the upside. Why not keep a guy who came a throwaway from winning the Super Bowl, and then the next time?
Oh wait. So was Jimmy G trying to leave or they was trying to get rid of him? Now I'm confused because if they were trying to get rid of him, yes, like Max said, that's stupid. I would keep him as a backup. You know what I'm saying? You got a quarterback who's his first time starting all year. Y'all don't know how good he's gonna do. Let's be honest. No one knows how good Trey Lance is gonna be. And then you got Jimmy G who's done this. He's been to multiple playoff runs. Like that's the smartest option to me. I don't know why y'all would even try to get rid of him. And plus I don't know that guy name, but like he said this is great for Jimmy so he can recover that shoulder. So you know what I'm saying? Like after this year is over, he could bounce if he want to. Teams will definitely want Jimmy G.
Became an
Come on.
interception away of getting back
There's
to
plenty
the
of teams
Super
out there that
Bowl,
would want
right?
Jimmy
Like,
G.
why would you just get rid of that guy? And if the idea is, well, because your short-term incentives will constantly be start Jimmy G if Trey Lance falters, and that interferes with your long-term plan to develop Trey Lance, hold up, timeout. You mean to tell me you're going to ruin Trey Lance with the specter of Jimmy G? That his ego is so fragile he can't take some competition? You think that guy's going to be your long-term answer at quarterback and win Super Bowls? I never understood why you'd want to move Jimmy G. But the fact now, Kimberly, that they're forced to bring Jimmy G back sort
at
of
a much reduced rate, yes.
because of a shoulder injury, like they got there, but they were kind of forced kicking and screaming
that's crazy.
to this place.
Yeah.
Well, they feel good about the fact that he's here on a much cheaper salary. And they do have the option of, hey, come October, if we want to move him, we can do that. But Jimmy G has a no-trade clause, so he has to be okay with whatever team that they want to trade him to. But for right now, I thought they should have kept Jimmy G from the beginning. But I understood the narrative was Kyle Shanahan said, we want this to be Trey's team. But just weird that Jimmy G, they were not expecting Jimmy G to still be on this roster. But I think it's a win-win for both sides.
I mean, they wanted to be Trey's team, but it could be Trey's team with Jimmy as the back. Jimmy can give Trey pointers. You know what I'm saying? He started for the team. I mean,
Real quick, Kimberly, in that case,
sometimes I wish I was a manager because
if
I was an owner,
for all parties.
Yeah.
If I was an owner, we win in every game.
Consequences. All right. The Cowboys won 12 games and the NFC East in 2021. Yet again.
Here we go, back to the Cowboys. We always talk about it. Always talking about the Cowboys.
A bitter disappointment for them after running
they
out
went
of time
12 and
against
5.
the Niners at home in the playoffs.
They lost to the
During his
Niners.
weekly radio appearance in Dallas
I
yesterday,
remember
Jerry
this
Jones
game.
reflected on the loss and what
That dang
it means
ref.
for this season.
Y'all shouldn't have been in that position
I think
anyway.
that we did.
No, y'all can't even put that on nobody.
And I don't want to dwell on it, but I do want to burn it in our minds.
Why is Prescott running? Oh, he was trying to get a field goal range.
We need to not only get in the playoffs, but we need to get way deep into the playoffs so we got a chance. I think this team is reflecting that. So that is the narrative. Get in a better spot to stay longer in the playoffs.
Cowboy fans be making me mad because this would be funny.
To ask Jerry Jones point blank, and maybe they haven't, I haven't heard it. Jerry, what does Mike McCarthy have to do to save his job?
Every time they
Does he need to win a playoff game? Does he need to win 2 playoff games? Nick, it sounds to me like Jerry Jones is saying Mike McCarthy needs to win at least 2 playoff games or he's gone. That's what it sounds like to me. Do you think he's right to think this team should make a deep playoff run this season?
Well, do I think he's right that they will make a deep playoff run? No, I don't think they're going to make a deep playoff run, considering you look at the wide receiver group, you look at the offensive line, the running game. Is Zeke going to be back to what he was like he was earlier in his career? So again, I really don't think that you're going to look at the Cowboys this season and say, wow, they're way better than they were last year. I think they're going to be about the same. But in the division, the Eagles have gotten a lot better. So I really just think that at this point, Jerry Jones is hopeful. But at the end of the day, I mean, your starting quarterback just talked about discipline and penalties in the preseason. They're going to have to be more disciplined. They're going to have to be smarter. They're going to have to be a better football team, better coached in the regular season and the playoffs. You saw how they lost. They lost by mismanaging time. So, again, I think that this team, they need to be more disciplined. They better start that fast because it's really hard to just flip a switch and play penalty-free football.
Kimberly, how's the franchise feel?
Oh, my God. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Y'all got to give me a second. I was trying to – hold on. I'm going to just let it play. I'm listening, though.
When you put on your disguise, your fake mustache and the nose with the glasses and everything, and go undercover and figure out, how are they actually feeling about this year?
Well, I think Jerry Jones just told you how he feels. Internally right now, it's August. So everybody's 0-0. There's a lot of optimism, especially because you have Dak Prescott and he's healthy, right? Every week, Jerry Jones holds court with reporters, and he lets you know the state of the Cowboys address. Like, that is the State of the Union. That's how he feels every Sunday. And that's what Mike McCarthy has to deal with all season long. Last year, players talked about how they felt like their coach was on the hot seat. It will continue this year.
Coach on
Penalties are an issue.
Dallas?
If they don't come out strong, despite the
What are
injuries
the
and
chances
question of
Cowboys go
offensive
deep
line
into the
and wide receiver and
playoffs?
Zeke
No
Elliott,
chance at all.
Jerry will do a
Don't
lot
even
of
bring up
talking
Ezekiel
if he
Elliott.
set the stage for his expectations. If they don't meet it, then
I mean, is there any? Am I wrong to interpret it any other? Like, if you say a long playoff run, that has to be a minimum of 2 games, right? Is it fair to say Mike McCarthy must win at least 2
you
playoff
got to
games?
get
Or he's
to
gone?
the NFC title game. It sounds like that's what he's saying. And unfortunately for the Cowboys, history tells you that they will not get to. They will not. They've been bounced from the wild card and the divisional round
Yeah.
every single year since they last won a Super Bowl in like 90 something, like 95, something like that.
Nick, is it to their advantage in a way that
They're
they're
not.
flying under the radar? I mean, there's a lot of media coverage, of course, on the Cowboys nationally, but
Oh, this
no
they
one's really picking 'em.
schedule?
Usually,
Oh, wow.
a bunch of people pick them every year.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Okay, Tampa, Cincinnati. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna look at this for a little bit. I think they play Tampa week 1. I think they got that. Cincinnati, I think they got that. New York, I think they got that. Washington, they got that. Rams, they probably lose that. Philly, they gonna lose that. Detroit, they got that. Chicago, they got that bye week. Boom. Green Bay, I don't know how good Green Bay gonna be this year, so I'm gonna leave that up. Minnesota, they probably lose that. New Jersey, depending on the Green Bay game, they're gonna determine if they win Minnesota game. Giants, they got that. Indiana, they got that. Houston, they got that. Jacksonville, they got that. Philly, they losing that again. Tennessee, they losing that, and then Washington, they got that. So they're gonna have a
Super Bowl
decent.
to get there. Is the fact that no one's picking them, does that make it easier for them in a way?
Well, I mean, at least it gives you some motivation. You could come in front of the team and say, listen, nobody's betting on us to win anything this year. Everyone's counting us out. So let's go out here one game at a time and prove a lot of people wrong. And at this point right now, some no-name guys are going to have to become big-name guys.
How the Cowboys expect to be counted in as winning something if they haven't won anything? Like
That happens
don't
every single
produce,
year
bro.
in the NFL.
They get
Every
to the
single
playoffs and
season,
choke.
we see a guy come out there that you really don't know about, and he performs at a high level and he makes a name for himself. Well, the Cowboys are going to need some guys to step up, and they're going to have to protect the quarterback. They're going to have to run the football well, and I think their defense is going to be good. They're going to have a good defense, but offensively,
Not what I'm seeing
who's
from
going to be
Diggs.
the
I
number
ain't
2,
gonna
number
hold you.
3 receiver? Who's going to be in the slot? Who can you count
Then
on?
y'all got
3rd
CD
and 10?
Lamb.
So
I
again,
don't know.
all those things,
Y'all can believe
they have
in
a
him. I
defense
don't
and a
know yet.
quarterback, and everything else,
don't know yet.
there's question marks.
No one was thinking the Bengals would have made the Super Bowl last year, so
True.
they have a shot.
No one's talking about, well, not no one's talking about. When I look at the Cowboys, the guy that makes me think, uh-oh, is Parsons. Micah Parsons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always think, Nick, and Kimberly, of a
Parsons
guy
is a beast.
wearing the defensive crown. Like, the crown is on the head of Aaron Donald, who's been there for years, right? Before him, it was J.J. Watt. There's always like, that's the undisputed defensive champ.
Yeah.
To me, Parsons looks like eventually he's going to take that crown from Aaron Donald. And the way it happens in the NFL, it could be like this year. The guy is amazing.
Yeah, he's
and
nice.
now he has some experience, Kimberly, right? Like, that's the guy who I look at.
Aaron Donald, that's a high.
Nah,
bench
Diggs
to
is a
clear,
bucket.
Right? But
I ain't gonna
when you
lie,
look at
but
Michael
from what
Parsons,
I've been
he has all
seeing
the tools to
off
be
season,
disruptive.
that man
He has
been
all the
getting
tools
burnt
to
and
be a
stuff.
star.
And I've been
based
hearing
off
things
his
about
rookie
him too.
season, he's only
Like,
going to get
I've
better
been hearing
the
that
more
he-
he plays. And
He
here's
can't
the
play
reality.
coverage
The
as
Cowboys
good.
defense,
He
they do
looking
have to
slow.
carry
I don't
this
know.
team. There will be games where they're asked to carry the team,
he'll be
even though Dak is the most important person. So you need a healthy, really good Michael Parsons.
Yeah, and let me just back up for a second. I'm not suggesting he's going to be better than the best version of Aaron Donald.
Right.
But at the time when Donald eventually takes a step back, someone's going to take over. To me, it looks like that's going to be Parsons. This just intensity. This one does not go to 11. This. Oh,
Ooh.
he smashed the glass.
Did he break his hand too?
He did. No, I don't know if he broke his hand, but he broke the glass.
That
Think, Nick?
He hit that with his hand, so
What,
maybe his hand
bro?
hurts a little bit.
That man, oh.
Don't let this
what
dude
is
catch
this?
you with a right hand. That's all I'm saying.
You got to slip
Sucker
that.
punch from this guy.
Nah, they just showing stuff. Alright, that's the end of that video. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Follow me on everything. I forgot to mention Twitter last time, but Instagram and everything. I'm gonna show you guys my fantasy team. That's gonna be the 5th video. If I even put up all of them, I might only put up like 3 of them and then the fantasy or whatever. But I'm gonna show you I think I'm gonna show y'all my fantasy team and then show y'all I think I'm gonna show y'all my fantasy team, and then I kind of want to look at the schedules for the regular season, so I might put that in one video. So show y'all my fantasy team and show y'all the schedules for the season, give y'all my prediction of who I think you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that. I got y'all.